What's going on, people? It's your boy 3MG here, back with another video. Now, this is just a quick video on whether or not you guys will agree that this may make or break the multiplayer, or just my player, or will this just make it like less unique than what we all thought or the majority thought. Now, I was noticing something. Say, for example, I want to play as a point guard, right? One thing I was saying, and this is just my opinion, this won't really break the game. This is nothing game breaking. This is just a matter of whether or not was it a waste of time to add all these extra, you know, creative uniqueness to your character so that you could choose a specific type of point guard or center or a power forward that you want to be. This is the thing I noticed. When you choose a point guard, you get to choose whether or not you want to be a lockdown defender, playmaker, sharpshooter, shot creator, slasher, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And you get specific badges too. Now, I feel like the majority of people, not like people like Kel hit him up or Chase or iPod King Carter or some of my boys. I know those guys that they'll literally look into it like, you know what? No, I need to be a sharpshooter. I want to be that 3-point guy and really go in depth. But there's others who play like Park. And I feel like this is what's going to happen. They'll choose one that has the best badges, right? And say, for example, say sharpshooter was that one. I feel like they'll choose sharpshooter, but we'll leave them at 6'1". Some of them. The only reason why I say that is because I feel like at 6'1", you become more all around versus if you choose your height. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe if you leave it at 6'1", you gain nothing from it. But for some, and I think you just gain average stats for your character. But average still being that you can still upgrade the majority of those to be an average player. But for the majority of it, if you go down in height, you notice that the speed, acceleration, ball control, off dribble shots are better, but you notice that your standing dunk, your driving dunk, all that contact and offensive rebounds are lower. And that's something that I like that they introduced to the game. I like that they made it so that not everyone's character is going to be the same. Not everybody's character is going to be the same. But I feel like people are going to say, nah, fuck that. I'm going to stay at 6'1". Because a lot of Park guys, even though when they were abusing the height, they love the ball handling. They love having them off-ball dribble shots. They like doing all that. So now that they're limited, or they're not able to have all those type of skills, I feel like they're saying, fuck that. I'm gonna just stay as the average. And then you got some of them who might say, nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be shorter so I could get better acceleration, speed, and dribbles on my Park. Or some of them may be like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna go tall. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. Even with wingspan, it kind of affects your play, because if you go shorter, you have more off dribble mid range or open 3-point shot strength. But when you go up more, you lose strength, you lose contested shot threes. So I feel like people are gonna say, nah, screw that. Even as far as going into, like, say you want to be a center, whatever center you want to be, I feel like people are gonna choose by badges and, you know, what's the strong point of that specific, you know, type of player, the archetype. And we'll be like, nah, you know what, I'll just stay at 7 foot. Because 7 foot, I could probably find one that's like, for example, stretch paint. I think it's called stretch paint, if I'm not mistaken. Stretch big, and be like, yo, fuck that. I could probably leave them like this and become faster. Or I'll go like this and have them, like, get them a little shorter, have his speed up. So I'm thinking, like, will it be that unique? Or will people just be like, screw this, I'm playing on my Park, I'm gonna just leave him as the average dude. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this will make the game better, make it more unique, or will it just be lousy and people in the majority, not saying everybody, guys, not saying everybody, but I noticed something. I noticed this. So, you know, my question is, do you feel like the majority of Park players are just gonna lead off with the standard, their character like this, or will they just say, screw it, I'm just gonna go full on, fuck it, I'm gonna just be like, you know what, let me just go all the way high? Because look at how much you lose off of that. So now players gotta realize, am I really gonna play legit as a center? And you know how these Park guys are. They don't really play as like that at all. So now I feel like they gotta really sit down and think what kind of player. I mean personally, I love it. Like, I love that there's really so much depth to it. And well, in my case, I feel like there's a lot of depth and character customization. I feel like now you really gotta be careful, even with wingspan, with weight, because even your weight affects you. You know what I mean? So even at 270, now you may not have speed. You might have to go smaller in speed in order to and weight in order to raise your speed, acceleration, but then you might lose strength. So there's a lot that people are gonna have to actually really take in before thinking that they're gonna be a beast on Park. I like this, but do you think that the majority of Park players, remember, Park players I'm talking about, remember these guys on my Park, the majority of them were tall as shit and they had all the craziest dribble moves. Do you think that this is gonna make or break it? Do you think this is kind of lousy if people just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just stay at the standard height just so they could try to at least level up the majority of their stats the same? I don't really know too much in depth. Maybe those who have the full game know how it really breaks down, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you want to see more videos, comment, subscribe, like the video. Huge side note though, when 2K added the stamina feature on your My Player, I actually thought that was actually good. Also, not only for the My Career, but also to balance out people who play My Park or Pro-Am, because, you know, there will be some players who will actually create a character that could still probably do some abusive shit or OP shit, and I think adding stamina will limit them. So I think, to be fair, that was honestly a good move they did. So even though you watch this whole video, also take into consideration that there is a stamina feature, so people cannot abuse dribbling moves as much, because they will not be able to take the shot that they would desire due to the fact that they will lack stamina. So yeah, still, once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's your boy 3MG, and I'm out. Peace.